Donnie and Callie are hardly in the door when I pounce. I need to know everything you know about the Future Lawmakers Club at Snow Creek High School. Donnie takes Callie's jacket from her and hangs it on the coat rack in the entryway. Good evening to you too, cuz. Michaela takes Donnie's blazer once he removes it. Goodness, Ava, Mom says. Let them get inside the house first. I can't help myself. I'm starved for information. I've finally got a lot of the story behind my ancestors, and though it's nausea-inducing, I'm determined to find out everything. Dawn, Callie, what do you want to drink? Dad asks. Just Diet Coke or water for me, Callie says. Thanks. Water's good. Donnie follows Mom into the kitchen and then the family room. Something smells good. Michaela made rigatoni. Dad takes his place behind the bar. He pulls a can of Diet Coke out of the refrigerator for Callie and a bottle of water for Donnie. Then he pours a glass of one of his reds for himself. Ava, Ruby, anything to drink? I'll have some of the Ruby, Mom says, smiling at the mention of her namesake wine. Just water for me, thanks. I take a seat next to Donnie and Callie on the leather couch. So, the future lawmakers. Sounds like something from the past, Donnie says. How much do you know? I ask him. I know a lot, unfortunately. Yes, he does. But I can't go there. The thought of what happened to him and Dale, to Uncle Talon. I can answer your question, Callie says. The Future Lawmakers Club didn't exist when Dale and Donnie were in high school, but they did when Rory and I were there. It was a newer club, and I went to a meeting. I dropped my jaw and looked to Donnie. Callie and I don't have any secrets, he says. So you and she both know about the future lawmakers of the past? Yeah, we do. It was called the FLMC for short. I don't know who started the club when I was in school. Callie takes a sip of Diet Coke. But as I've always been interested in law, I went to a meeting once. And? She takes another sip. There was no discussion about the law or making law at all. It was all about, air quotes, sticking it to the man. What's that mean? I ask. I mean, I know what it means, but what did it mean with regard to the club? I don't know, Callie says. I didn't stick around long enough to find out. Soon after that, the club became invite-only. Oh? I lift my eyebrows. Yeah, but anyone could get an invite. The FLMC members soon established themselves as troublemakers. They took credit for a lot of the crap that went on at school. When Rory and I decided to try to figure out who had spiked the punch at the homecoming bonfire her senior year, the FLMC was where I was going to start investigating. What did you find? Nothing, because I never got that far. I ended up overhearing Pat Lamone and Jimmy Dawson bragging about it, so I had my answer. Do you know anything else about the club? I ask. Was Pat Lamone a member? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't even know if the club still exists. The question, Donnie says, is whether the reincarnation of the club had anything to do with the club our grandfather belonged to. And I sure hope not. I hope not as well, I say. But with everything else that seems to be reappearing. So Brock told you. He did. It made me sick. A lot of things have made me sick lately. It's getting easier to stomach each time I learn something new, which in itself is disturbing. I know. I hear you, Ava. You know about Wendy? I ask. Donnie nods. Yes. So you know I'm not a full-blood Steel. Donnie frowns slightly. You're more of a full-blood Steel than I am. I didn't mean... Donnie nods, though he doesn't smile. I know you didn't. Blood doesn't matter.